Victor Wembanyama and his antics must be addressed. All right, so I'm coming to you guys after Game 3, where the San Antonio Spurs win their first game of the NBA Finals against the New York Knicks, which came in a 115-111 rout, 4-point game. Honestly, it was a great game. All three of these games have been great, have been amazing. The Spurs, yeah, they pulled this one out. They were able to limit their turnovers. Victor Wembanyama, he was sensational. Well, he had a great game. I wouldn't say sensational, but he had a huge impact on his game. He had 32 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 blocks. So that's a very good game. I would like to see maybe around 15 rebounds, but other than that, it was a great game on his side of things. Stephon Castle, he played really well. Only had 2 turnovers, but you watched the game. There were some moments in the game where if you were a Spurs fan, you were scared or a little hesitant when he had the ball. I kind of related to when Theo Pinson was on UNC, and as a UNC fan, every time he had the ball, it's like, what the fuck is he gonna do? What the fuck is he gonna do? Also, in the last minute or so, he had a huge 3 that really sealed the deal for the Spurs, because if not, the Knicks were on a roll and would have been able to come down and put pressure on the rim and get it down to a 1-possession game. So De'Aaron Fox, he had a tough bucket at the end of the game. Other than that, it's been rough, man. It's been rough, but I'm going to attribute it to injuries and him having a bad ankle throughout this playoffs. Dylan Harper, he had a 5 for 18 game. He didn't shoot well. The Knicks allowed him to shoot, didn't really close out on him, and he got the kickouts. But this is me. Maybe I'm just a Dylan Harper biased fan, or Dylan Harper stan, Dylan Harper FC. But I think he had a great game outside of the 5 for 18 shooter. Like, he was active on the boards. He was active defensively. He was able to get paint touches. I feel like he was pretty good. He was pretty good, especially for him to be a rookie again. The Knicks, on their side of things, OG Anunoby, however you say his name. He had a sensational game. 9 for 13, 28 points, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks. He was absolutely sensational. Josh Hart was great, hit a bunch of huge threes. Mikal Bridges, tough game. Landry Shamet, he had a tough game, 1 for 7 from 3, which is not what you're looking for if you're the Knicks, especially with the way that Landry's been shooting the ball throughout the playoffs. Jordan Clarkson came in, gave him some minutes, gave him 10 points. Jose Alvarado came in 9 Jalen Brunson minutes and was extremely feisty. Mitchell Robinson, I would like to see him get more than 7 minutes, but I understand why he won't get more minutes, especially if they're going to foul him and put him on the line. So he's just a liability when he's out there. But if he's not getting fouled and they're not in the bonus and he's just out there able to play hard, roll to the rim, get extra opportunities on the offensive glass, body up with Wemby, he's a huge asset. But if they're fouling him, he can't play because he's like a 37% free throw shooter. Yeah, the 2 main things with the Knicks that attribute to their loss were 3 things: timely turnovers, or just turnovers in general. They had absolutely too many turnovers this game. Especially, it would be times where they would get stops and be out and be able to run, but they would just turn over the ball and get a bad shot. Secondly, Jalen Brunson offense, it's not beneficial. I feel like they need some sets that they can go to instead of just high pick and roll with Jalen Brunson and having him dribble at the top of the key, because that just kills the flow of the offense and gets everybody just standing around, no ball movement, body movement, not getting the ball to switch sides on the court, not making the defense shift. It's bad, and I feel like that's one of the main contributors to why the Knicks lost. It almost cost them the first 2 games, but they were able to itch it out because he hit timely shots. But they have to get that under control. They have to get a flow. They have to get a set in place, or secondary action for when they're coming up the court, because if they continue to play like this and all of their shots are hard to come by, the Spurs might itch off 3 more in a row. I'm not joking, because it seems like every bucket that the Knicks get is a hard-earned bucket. They don't ever get easy opportunities, and that's the thing with the Spurs. The Spurs get so many easy opportunities. If they were a little bit more mature and better shooters, this series would be wrapped. Yeah, the Knicks, they got to get that Jalen Brunson offense. It's not working right now. I'm not gonna say it's not it, but right now it's not working. Karl-Anthony Towns played great these first 2 games, but this last game he just wasn't aggressive enough. He has to be more aggressive. You can't go 4 for 10 with 11 points and not score in the fourth quarter of not only in just this game, but the 2 previous games that they did have. Honestly, they just got to get some sets. They got to get some sets that involve Cat and OG Anunoby, and even Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges is very good when he gets in the mid range. So they gotta have some sets. But aside from that, the main issue with what is going on is Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama has proven throughout this playoff run, that he is a dirty player. He's a dirty player. He's pompous. He's arrogant. He thinks he's better than everybody. He speaks in anime quotes like, come on, man. Somebody get this guy. And it's getting to the point where he knows this. He knows the league isn't going to punish him. He knows the league isn't gonna punish him, so he's just out there doing anything that he feels he can do and get away with. When the league has to get this under control, I don't care. You have to suspend him. One game, if he comes out the next game and does something like, you have to suspend him, bro. I know y'all want him to be the face of the league, but honestly, bro, us in America, we don't care if he's the face of the league. We got our face of the league, Anthony Edwards. That's who y'all need to promote. Not no damn Victor Wembanyama. Suspend him. Suspend him. He putting niggas in the headlock, elbowing people, diving at people's knees, grabbing people's hair. Like he's a bitch, bro. Like he's a dork. Victor Wembanyama is the definition of what a dork is, man. Let's look at some of these clips. I got a whole folder. It's insane. It's insane. And reports came out earlier that one of the NBA officials said that they were looking and reviewing the incident where he mushed Jalen Brunson for no reason whatsoever, then laughed at him. And it just came out not too long ago that they're not going to suspend him. The league, y'all have to do better. Y'all have to do better. Look, there's a whole montage right here. There's a whole montage.
Oh, whoa.
What?
Excuse me.
Hey, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. This is unacceptable. If this was anybody else, if this was Draymond Green, he's pulling niggas' hair. Come on. If this was Draymond Green, he would be suspended already. And the thing about it is the officiating in this series has been so inconsistent that it proves true to theory that the league makes calls so that series are extended. It's hard not to see it because, for instance, there was a play in the game where Julian Champagnie shot a three and Jalen Brunson contested and incidentally got in the shooting space. This eventually resulted in a flagrant one on Jalen Brunson. Like, this don't make no sense. This was called a flagrant one. It's not like he did it on purpose. But fast forward to later on in the game, this play happens. It's very similar, eerily similar. Same exact thing, in fact. Josh Hart gets the pass. Victor Wembanyama closes out. He comes down on Victor's foot. That's the same play with Julian Champagnie and Jalen Brunson. Same play. Absolutely the same play. But there was no call at all. Nothing at all. They just kept playing. As the NBA, y'all have to protect the integrity of y'all's game. But at some point in time, you guys have to cut down on some of the shit that like Victor Wembanyama is able to get away with. Y'all suspended. Y'all didn't even suspend him when he elbowed Naz Reid. Y'all ejected him from the game, and he was able to play next game. Draymond Green barely touched the bottom of LeBron James's scrotum. Did this, and he was suspended for Game 6 of the NBA Finals. But Victor Wembanyama is able to pull people's hair, dive at people's knees, put people in the headlock, mush people to the ground who are a whole 1.5 feet smaller than him, and nothing happens. This is unacceptable. I have another montage right here. Minute and 43-second montage of Victor Wembanyama being a dirty player again. Victor Wembanyama stands will try to tell you, oh, it's basketball. What is he supposed to do? He doesn't do anything dirty. The only thing he did was retaliate last night. You can't name any other instances. And then once you name the other instances, they're like, when did he do that last night? Oh, now we're trying to revert it back to just a one-night instance when he's showed us throughout his whole first playoff run that this is who he is. This is who he is. And y'all want this to be the face of y'all's league. Y'all want this to be the face. Adam Silver, you want this to be the face of your league? Honestly, I was going to say, do you think Israel would like this? But they might. They might. Come on, bro. Like, come on. This is some devilish shit. This is devil shit. We got into a little back and forth with Damo from Let's Keep It a Buck podcast. So this is the gaslighting that Wemby fans do. This is the gaslighting that Wemby fans do. I want you to pay attention. I want you to pay attention. He references all three series. So I reference what's happened in all three series. He says he elbowed one man and was kicked out of the game. Other than that, what has he actually done that was so egregious? Push JB? Really, nigga? Bro, the nigga is pulling people's hair, diving at knees, and putting niggas in the headlock. What are we talking about? Do I gotta go back to what I just showed you? Once I go back to what I just showed you, he's putting hits out. He's putting hits out on little light-skinned boys who paint their nails. He's elbowing niggas in the throat. It wasn't even like Nas was approaching him aggressively. He's just elbowing niggas in the throat. Like, that's some devilish shit. That's some evil, vile shit this nigga's doing, man. You can't have this as the face of your league. Look, he's putting a little Mexican dude in the headlock for trying to box out. And I've seen people say he's throwing his body. That's how you got to box out if you 5'11". Look, diving at the MVP's knees. Diving at the knees, bro. Just chalk it up. Why would you get a foul for no reason? You diving at knees. That's dirty. Somebody could have really hurt themselves. Coming down. This is just 2 series alone. Pulling hair. Come on. What are we talking about? Face of the league, man. This shit is over with, bro. It's over with. We got our face of the league in Anthony Edwards. We don't need Victor Wembanyama as the face of the league. Dylan Harper needs to be the face of the Spurs, yo. That's who need to be the face of the Spurs. For real, for real. A guard. People can relate to a guard more. 6'3", 6'4" guard more than some 7'6" guy who's going to be in the league for 7-8 years. Come on now. All that to be said, I do think the series can get scary for the Knicks. If the Spurs can just mature on the fly, continue to get easy shots, knock down open shots, and limit their turnovers and keep up their defensive intensity, it could be, especially if the Knicks don't come up with some type of motion offense, secondary offense to get in where they can allow Cat to the top of the key decision making or getting in the post and attacking and getting kickouts where people can attack at an advantage, or getting OG in positions where he can attack it off of the kick out, maybe even an isolation at the elbow where you clear out the right side since he's a right-handed driver, or he can just get to his midi with the jab step. But yeah, the Jalen Brunson dribble 20 times ball, it's not it. It's not it at all.